Well, good morning everyone. It's Friday the 15th of August 2025 and I could almost call this part 2 because I'm on this track, quite a nice track actually, near the sewage pumping works, look, near Caldecote here outside of Nuneaton. And yeah, I'm going to start you from here because I'm going to head off this way. There's two things I want to look at. Somebody put me onto a very steep hill. Yes, a very steep hill. I did Steppy Lane, which is over this way near Manchester, but somebody then put me onto the idea that there's another one that goes up to Hartshill, and I know of it because I used to live at Hartshill, and it's next to and joins up with another road which I've only had a close look at on the map, and it's called Apple Pie Lane. That's nice, isn't it? So we're going to head up over that way. I've not been along this track before, but actually it's quite interesting because there's a huge field here, some folk over there, farmers doing something, and that looks like maybe a woodpecker going on. But let me just turn the camera and show you. Actually, there's Caldecote, look. And that is just a beautiful setting. And over here, of course, is the River Anchor. Pumping works here seems to be operational. Somebody suggested to me that it wasn't operational yet, but there's a lot of noise going on there of the machinery working, so I presume it's going. Right, I'm heading this way towards Leather Mill Lane, then cut across to Grange Road. Right, let's go. It looks quite pleasant, doesn't it? And for some reason the river widens out here, and there's a sort of a waterworks pump station here, I think, of some sort, with an outlet on there. But the water's quite clean too. There's a farmer here. I don't know what he's doing, harrowing the ground of some sort. A lot of birds up in the sky. I did see and buzzard earlier, and there's some house martins. Well, it's all happening. Absolutely lovely. Nice bridge this. I've seen this before. Some mayflies down there. Super. This is where I put the Estarli E28.9 to the test to get up Grange Hill at Hartshill near Nuneaton. As you can see, it's an absolute breeze. It's a steep hill. I'm on power level 5 and not even in the lowest gear. These buildings on the left back onto an extensive area of quarry work. Some of it finished and some of it opened up again. Anyway, here's look. Apple Pie Lane, who would have thought it? Anyway, I'm going to carry on up Grange Hill to the top where I know there is some shade and a play area and a very nice view across the countryside. So here we are at this park area at Hartshill, and the climb has been 40 metres. Does it sound more impressive if I say it's 130 feet? I don't know why people do that. Anyway, we're up here now and it's been absolutely easy to do on the electric bike. Yeah. There we go. That's nice. Whew. Here we are then at the recreational ground, little park at Hartshill. Used to come here when we lived here and the kids were small, about 30 years ago to be honest. But they've got a football pitch here now. There used to be some playground pieces, but nice benches, looks well looked after, and there's a sort of a run round track. I've been here before, but it's always worth coming back again. And the hill I've just come up Grange Hill, of course, brings us up onto this line of hills, which I think is called the Nuneaton Inlier, and it starts here, which is why there are so many quarries here, because it's a big lump of rock sticking up in the north of Warwickshire, and it extends quite a way across to Grendon and off towards Tamworth when it sort of levels off again. So yeah, it's a lovely feature. And of course just at the back here is Hartshill Hayes Country Park, which again looks out across to the north to Leicestershire. Wow. It's about 24 degrees, so it's quite warm and it's midday, but while I'm moving along it's really quite pleasant. So that was Grange Hill, and now I'm going to make my way back down again and come along this way just to show you, and I'll have to double back again afterwards, a little lane. I didn't know it was called this because there's no signposts or labels on the roadside down here. But it's called Apple Pie Lane. Isn't that cute? And interestingly enough, we used to go up and down there to pick blackberries. It is blackberry season now, so it'd be interesting to see if there's any more down there now. But Apple Pie Lane. So I'll just wait here a minute and soak this view up. Really quite pleasant. But do you notice the Estarli E29 power level 5? Actually, it wasn't even in the lowest gear. Just romped up that hill. Somebody put me onto it. Can't remember who you are, sorry. When I was doing Steppy Lane, which is a hill over this way, and they said, try Grange Hill, just as steep. And it is. Quite not as long, but just as steep. And the bike, as I know, it would cope with it perfectly well. Right, let's just soak this up a bit. What a view. Super. And so I make my way along Grange Road towards the middle of Hartshill Green I think it is, past the Stag and Pheasant pub, onto the Atherstone Road and down the hill to Hartshill Canal Maintenance Depot. this is Apple Pie Lane. Great name. And there are some blackberry bushes, brambles along the side, but I can't see many blackberries at the moment. Oh, there's one or two there. But yeah, Apple Pie Lane. Anyway, turn around, back off. Next stop, Woodford Lane, and over to Witherley. Here I am at Witherley. I have to say, I think that this view here, see if I can block out the the litter bin and its bit of graffiti, but I think this view down to the church has got to be one of the nicest views and little spots in this area. I'll go no further than that, but it is extremely nice. The river's still going. It's beautifully clear. It's been through Nuneaton already. It's been to the sewage works and out, and here it is. So, well, Severn Trent must be doing something right. There's loads of fish down here now. I'll try to get them underwater, but they seem to run away or swim away. So I'll try once more. I don't think they'd have it. Nah, I can't be bothered. Yeah, but this is really, really nice. So, time for some lunch. I've got a peach, a banana, and some cake with apricot in it, I do believe. Very nice. So far, so good. All's going well. Now I've got past the busy road as well. I'm happy. So it's just an easy route round through Upton and back towards home on the hill, really, and then back home. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. And I have to say, that spire of that church is one of the most elegant that there is around as well. So I make my way along the road adjacent to the River Anchor here in Witherley and approach the church. There's a load of ducks here, look at them, there's quite a few. And no cycling in the churchyard, so I'll jump off my bike and walk. And hopefully, and yes, the church is open, so let's go in. Then further along here, in what I think are the choir stalls, are some perspex silhouettes which detail the names particularly of young men, this one just 21 years old. The tragedy of these wartime victims really cuts through to me. So this is quite a fitting tribute, I think. Well, it's such a nice day, I can't resist putting the drone up because it's such a beautiful spire. Here we are at St Peter's Church, Witherley. Look at that. Stay. Ooh. Well, I don't mind telling you, it is a bit warm, so let me just rest under the shade of this beautiful yew tree in this churchyard in Witherley, St Peter's Church. A stunning place. Yeah, and it's a lovely little village too. Just about hanging on in there, I would say, for a number of reasons. So I'll call it a day there. Just got to go back through Upton and then along the lanes to High on the Hill and back home. It's been good. I've wanted to go along that lane across the fields. Plenty of room to fly the drone, which was nice. Up and down Grange Hill, which is quite a steep hill, and then Apple Pie Lane. Fantastic. Across here to Witherley. Beautiful day. So far, everything's working out okay, and it's just fairly straightforward just to get home. So, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, if you want to still subscribe, I know I've done 2,000, I suppose I should be aiming at 3,000 now, but yeah, thank you very much for watching this, and yeah, you'll see me next time. Okay, bye bye. Ah dear.